Hello, race fans, and welcome once again to the Full Throttle Performance Next Gen Sim Racing Series. Well, I tell you, better late than never, man. I tell you, we finally got the servers up and running. Hey, it's Season 2, race number 21. It's the Pennsylvania Posse iRacing 300 here at Pocono Raceway, coming to you live here on Rice Motorsports TV. Now, I tell you, this place is long and very flat. And you know what to say, what turn for? Yeah, so we turn a lot of laps at this huge track here up in the Pocono here. And before we get going, we want to give a shout out to our sponsors as always. That would be Sonic Graphic Design, Admin Box, Turn 2 Terribles, and Buster's Corner. Now let's go ahead and take a moment real quick. Let's see how much time we have left in practice. And oh yeah, we've got about a couple of minutes to go before they start qualifying. So we'll take a quick look at the driver standings here. Ken Baum Jr., he leads Nick Cannon. Cannon now moves ahead of Aiden Berlane. I'm wondering, did Aiden Berlane, maybe I'm not sure if he's just not racing now or what, but as you can see, he's starting to move down the order. Kyler McCarthy 4th, Tyler Isley 5th, Lucas Nilger 6th, and William Brown 7th. None of those guys have changed since last week. Carson Pittman up 1 point into 8th. Jaden Robert Bainman moves up 1 into 9th. Oh, actually, he looks like he's tied with Bill Hales, 554 points there. So we'll see how that tiebreaker works out. And you look down the order, see if your favorite driver is in the top 20 there. And moving quickly over to the team standings. And Nitro is in the lead now. Berlane Racing now has been dislodged from that lead position. Turn 2 Terribles still in the 3rd position. Glitter Kitty Racing has moved ahead of Mopar Motorsports, and the other teams have remained unchanged in their order in the team standings. So we're just as we're getting ready to roll over to qualifying here, we'll take a quick moment and hear from our sponsors. Hey, you're watching the Full Throttle Performance Next Gen Sim Racing Series here on Rice Motorsports TV.
How are you doing tonight, man?
Hey, I'm talking here. You know who you're talking to? My domain! Money I roll!
Terribles, Port Royal Speedway. We've got Devin Borden with us.
Keen Motorsports Shop here with Kyle Keen.
Sitting here with Sean Keen. We're going to talk a little bit about racing history.
Okay, folks, we're back here with the Full Throttle Performance Next Gen Sim Racing Series, the Pennsylvania Posse iRacing 300 here at Pocono. And we've started qualifying here. So let's go ahead and let's find a driver and head down on track with him. I see there's Kevin Click. He's on track there. Making his way around. No time yet for Kevin just yet. Let's take a bit to get around here. I'm thinking this might be his hot lap here. We'll see what happens as he comes to the line. And let's see, did that give him a time? And yes, it did. And provisional pole, 53.373. Kevin Click, and right now he's still there. And let's look at another. There's Bill Hales. He has a time right now. He was second. He just got bumped to third, 53.850. Who just bumped him? It was William Brown. He's getting these qualifyings dialed in, folks. I believe he started on the pole last week. Right now he's P2 at that 53.791. Looking to see if he can bump Kevin Click from the pole position. Oh, and he taps the wall, and that's going to be qualifying over for William Brown, I believe, because if you touch the wall there, then it eliminates that qualifying lap. And I believe they only get 2 hot laps. Click still on provisional pole. Chris Lynn, he was P6, now P3 with the 53.663 from the number 32 machine. And looks like that was his second and final lap. Let's see, there's David Smeal Jr. Currently 7th with a 53.701, looking to move up the order. And we do have a new pole sitter, but I'm going to wait till to show you the starting grid is, so you'll see who it is. And looks like he's gotten out of it, so that may be it for David Smeal there. So we'll go ahead and before they finish up qualifying, we'll go ahead and pause here for our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Okay, folks, we're back. Qualifying is over, and I think a lot of the guys are starting to come out to the track here. I think I see some folks here. There they are, starting to line up. And as they're doing that, let's go ahead and take a look at your starting grid for the evening. Ken Baum Jr. is your pole sitter. He just did beat out Kevin Click there by 6 hundredths of a second there. Click starting in that second position. Third will be Jaden Bingaman. Nick Cannon fourth. Fifth is Chris Lynn. They have Robbie Bice sixth. Seventh is Bill Hales. Tyler Isley in the eighth position. David Smeal Jr. ninth. Kyler McCarthy, he'll round out your top 10. Then we have William Brown starting in the 11th position. Dylan Hastings 12th. 13th is Jimmy Barr. 14th, Brian Pressler. 15th, Lucas Nilgis. Alex Mader, 16th. Jeremy Zarfos, 17th. Briggs Swope in the 18th position. Ryan Sword, 19th. Matthew Fitz rounds out your top 20. Then 21st is Daniel Menzies. 22nd, Michael Zuber. Don DeGroot in the 23rd position. Michael Self in the 24th position. In 25th position will be Carl Fitz, Carson Pittman. Let's see, Carson. He didn't set up a time at all. Put up a time, so he'll start at 26th. And same deal for Stan Mayberry, starting shotgun on the field in that 27th position. So waiting for everybody to get out on track. Boy, I tell you, it's a beautiful night for racing out there tonight. 69-degree air temperature, winds only 2 miles an hour, and they've got 4 complete sets of tires. The set they start with plus 3 additional sets. Of course, you know they have the 3 green, white checker attempts for 90 laps around this 2.5-mile facility. As always, thank you for joining us here on Rice Motorsports TV. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Click that notification bell so you'll know every time we go live. Guys making their way down pit road. We got several guys with webcams tonight. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looking like 5 guys out there tonight, and we'll be hopping in with them throughout the race. Just went through the tunnel turn there. There's David Smeal in the 72 car. He's one of our guys with the webcam. We'll see how. Hopefully he can make it quickly up through the order. Challenge for that lead. Here they are coming out of turn 4. Waiting, pace car is down, waiting for the green flag. Green flag, and we're racing here at Pocono. Ken Baum Jr. Boy, it's a drag race down to turn 1 here, folks. Kevin Click trying to see if he can get that lead position. Jaden Bingham and Nick Cannon, they're right there. Looks like Ken Baum, he looks like he's going to hold on as they go out of turn 1. Everybody's starting to get single file already. Oh, and he's blinking just a little bit. We'll lock on to second place there, Kevin Click. Trying to stay with the number 2 machine there. The whole field is right behind him. Nick Cannon is right there. William Brown now in that, wow. William Brown got a good start. I think he moved up 7 positions in that first couple of laps there. On lap 2 here, he's already up to 4th position. I think he started like 11th or something like that. Man, he must have he really jumped. No, he didn't jump to start, but I'm saying he got the jump on some guys on that first lap. William Brown on the move. Ken Baum Jr., he's still leading up front, and Ken looks like he must be blinking a bit. We can't stay locked on him too much. Nick Cannon in that 3rd position. Sticking right to the bumper of Kevin Click as they start lap number 3. There you see Brown in the 4th spot. Jaden Bingham, he's running in the 5th position. Robbie Weiss right there behind him in the 6th spot. These guys are all pretty close. Chris Lynn, I'm sorry, that's Jimmy Barr. Chris Lynn, the 32 machine, right there in front of them. Then behind Jimmy Barr, the 72, David Smeal Jr. Tyler Isley rounds out your top 10. You can still see the leaders there as they're making their way out of turn 3. This complete lap number 3. Oh, got us a caution here, and it looks like it involved Carl Fitz. He looks like maybe he spun or something. Car looks like car looks pretty good actually. No damage from the looks of it on the 18 machine there, and then it might have just been a self spin here. But let's go ahead and let's go take a look, and I'm betting that's probably what it was. And so there's Carl right there in the green 18. Oh. He got a little bit of that apron there, and well, I tell you, he carried a lot of speed out of that turn, but a lot of runoff area. So thankfully, he had plenty of room and was able to avoid any contact with other drivers. Ken Baum Jr. Ken Baum Jr. Where is he at? Okay, he's still up there. I saw him blinking. I hope his connection's going to hold out. Because we have seen, it's been a while, but we have seen a driver like just fall right out of the race because their connection didn't hold up. So we'll keep our fingers crossed there for the number 2. There's William Brown, and let's see where some of our other webcam drivers are. There's Lucas Nilges currently in the position he's in the 12th position. There's Lucas. Let me see if I can see if I see him anywhere in here. Grab one of these drivers. There he is. Hey Lucas, Tony in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, man. How are you?
Oh, pretty good, man. How do you like this Pocono track here?
I believe this is my first race in the next gen, and feels pretty good. Right now, just kind of getting a feel of the car, just seeing how everything goes, trying to get a gauge on everybody else races around me as well.
10-4, man. I tell you, and we had some folks move up a lot, quite a few positions on that first lap there. It looked like you gained 3 spots yourself from the looks of it. How do you think? Maybe you think it might be a tire war or a fuel strategy coming to play here tonight?
That's a great question. I have a feeling it's going to be tires. I think depending on certain setups, it's really going to be down on the tires, depending on how people treat them.
10-4, man. Well, I'll go ahead and put you back to the channel. Good luck and enjoy your first race here.
All right, thank you.
And that's kind of cool. And so he's first time here at Pocono. We did have a few folks going to the pits. There's Stan Mayberry. He's making his way off a pit road. Down the group right behind him, Breek Swope also came in. See the 4 of Carson Pittman making his way out. And Carl Fitz also came in and topped off, at least topped off the tank. They only have 3 more sets of tires, and it's only lap 6 of 90, so I wouldn't imagine that they made pits change tires already, and you got to make these bad boys last quite a few more laps for sure. Ken Baum Jr., he continues to lead. He'll restart though. Looks like the lights are out on the pace car. So it'll be lap 7 on the restart here. Making their way. I can see, I want to lock onto the leader, but he's still blinking a little bit, so we'll just lock on to Kevin Click here. We'll see what Click can do this time on the restart. I think the pace car is getting ready to. I thought he actually was going to go into pit road. It looks like they're going to get at least one more pace lap here. Okay, now the lights are out on the pace car. So we'll go one more time around. And you know what, we'll take a quick break as we go around for the restart here. Be right back. Hey, if you're watching the Full Throttle Performance Next Gen Sim Racing Series here on Rice Motorsports TV.
How are you doing tonight, man?
Hey, I'm talking here. You know who you're talking to? Macho Man! My way to Monday Night Raw.
Terribles, Port Royal Speedway. Got Devin Borden with us.
At Keen Motorsports Shop here with Kyle Keen.
Sitting here with Sean Keen. We're going to talk a little bit about racing history.
Okay, folks, we're back and making our way down to turn 3, getting ready to get back underway. More racing action coming your way here at Pocono. It'll be lap 8 on the restart. Ken Baum Jr., Kevin Click, Nick Cannon, William Brown, Jaden Bingaman, your top 5. Jaden, he's one of our guys at webcam as well. Let's ride on board with him for the restart here.
Green, green, green.
Green flag and racing once again. Race down to turn 1. Everybody looks like they might have got through turn 1 pretty good there. Bingaman challenging the 8 there, but Nick Cannon taking a look on that outside. There's Robbie Bice right behind them. It looks like he might get it to go through the tunnel turn. Oh no, and he gets it. Oh boy, that was close. Man, I was about to say, it looked like he almost got turned. Either he came down on the 8 or the 8 touched his rear. He got sideways. Man, that was a huge save by Jaden Bingaman. And he also pulled off the position change as well into that 4th spot. Man, that was a crazy save by the number 26. Good job. And he's still in one piece there. Nick Cannon. Man, these guys are side by side back here. Nick Cannon, Jimmy Barr, Tyler Isley, Robbie Bice, they're all door to door racing down the backstretch here. A lot of guys battling for position. Kevin Click up the front. He's still trying to catch Ken Baum Jr. 0.3 of a second now behind the number 2 car. Ken trying to stretch out that gap a little bit, give himself a little breathing room. You can see him blinking there. That's why we can't really lock on to him. So we'll just ride with whoever's in the 2nd position. He's not blinking a whole lot. Sometimes that stuff will clear up. Oh man, yeah, he's still blinking right now. A lot of times when a guy is having issues with blinking like that, they'll ask him to move to the back of the pack. But because he's at the very front leading the race, he's not posing a problem to anybody in the race. So if he just stays where he is, and he can probably blink all he wants to because it's not causing a problem or anything. And boy, look at William Brown getting closer to the number 35. Oh, another caution number 2. And this one, now this might have been thrown by race control. I'll take that back. I see Tyler Isley. And he has a little bit of damage on that right front. So it looks like he probably had a spin here. Let's go back and take a look and see. And so there's Tyler, the number 17. You see 21 Lucas Nilgis, a rookie to this track, coming up on his outside. That's Robbie Bice ahead. Oh boy. He stayed off the road, but I think he carried a lot of speed there, and he got into the 17 just a little bit, and that's all it took. Everybody else is diving to the inside, and I think everybody else had enough room there, enough warning to get clear. So no major damage for anybody. Looked like Tyler doesn't look like he had too much damage himself. So hopefully very little time on pit road if he does pit at all. So caution number 2 here. Here he comes down pit road. And you know, at a track like this is one of those tracks, especially under caution, if you have minor damage, man, you can literally wait an eternity. You know, you can take almost as much time as you want to get that minor damage worked on. He comes now down to his pit box, and he'll probably sit there for a while. Now they're going through the tunnel turn already. But he's probably going to sit there as long as he can and try to get that right front fender knocked out a little bit. If he were able to sit there long enough, you'd see it just start to pop out because it's still dented in just a little bit. But he's definitely, that's what he's doing right now. They're doing working as fast as they can, the pit crew. And boy, they're coming out of turn 4. So see, look, it got me. It's starting to say turn 4. Hey, what turn 4? Coming out of turn 3. And boy, he's gonna keep it. There he is. He finally gets going. And they're just coming to the start finish line. So he got as much work done as he could. He's making his way back out. There's Nick Cannon making his way down pit road. A few more guys coming in as well. Let's see, Brian Pressler making his way down. Briggs Swope once again coming in. Don DeGroot behind him. And Carl Fitz also coming back in. I think a lot of these guys are just coming in and getting fuel. And, oh, he's getting tires. Brian Pressler getting tires here on lap 13. Let's see, how about Briggs Swope? Is he getting any tires or just fuel? I don't see any movement with the jacks. He might just be topping off the tank. They're going out as well. It looks like everybody's making their way back out. So only a handful of cars came in on both of those cautions. But maybe 7 or 8. Tyler Isley's back on pit road. Remember, he was trying to get more work done on the car. So here's the same scenario here. Trying to get as much work done as possible. They'll probably be getting the one to go this time around. And he'll probably sit there until they get close to the start finish line, and then because he'll have to step on the gas when he leaves this time, go all the way around the track and catch them before they go green. And boy, he's waiting, trying to get as much of that damage fixed as possible. Boy, he's cutting it close, and now you just see them coming in the background there, and he does make it out though. So now he's going to scoot on around the track, and there's the field right there making their way down. Got a large field out here tonight, 27 cars. Nice field. Looks like lights are indeed out on the pace car. So it'll be lap 15 on the restart. And it's still Kevin Click in that second position. William Brown. No one's really made any big changes here. And I think you can see that's Tyler Isley. He's scooting on down the backstretch. Well, yeah, I guess you would call that the backstretch towards the tunnel turn. About to make the tunnel turn there. There he goes, and they're coming down to turn 3, and he should be caught right up with them just as they all get halfway through the turn. And he's easing off the gas, and somebody's still on pit road. Jeremy Zarfos is on pit road. Not sure if he had a problem, but he's obviously going to lose at least one lap.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag, and racing once again. Ken Baum gets a good jump. Click trying to stick with him. Look at William Brown, Jaden Bingaman, door to door as they go down to turn 1. Bingaman challenging hard for that third position. William Brown trying to hold on to it. Oh, no, caution, and somebody, I thought I saw somebody back here spinning. Don't know, was it Michael Zuber? It might have been Michael Zuber. And let's see. Don't have a report yet of who it was. But he's taken off. He's separated from the pack there, so, I mean, it could have been Michael. But the car looks like it's okay. Oh, I take that back. Yeah, he's got a little damage on that left front. Now, Jeremy Zarfos, he was on pit road for a while. And but he's back out there. The car looks okay now, but unfortunately, he did lose a lap. Now, I wonder, he was on pit road and the caution came out. I wonder if, under that circumstance, does he get a wave around, like a lucky dog wave around or not? Because he obviously wasn't involved. From the looks of it, though, it doesn't look like he might have to be on track. And I haven't seen that situation before, so I don't know what the deal is there. So it looks like he's just falling in line behind the rest of the field. So, and I tell you now, the leader, half the field is already through the tunnel turn, and they're just getting to it now. It's like everybody just kind of funnels down when you get to that turn, and probably up behind Michael Zuber there. He's on the tail end of the lead lap. Zarfos, he is the only car one lap down. So if we do have another caution, he may be able to get that lap back quickly. I think I see somebody peeling off. Is that Nick? Oh, that was Bingaman. He was trying to fake some people out like he's going to go into the pits. Didn't really fool anybody there. William Brown still right there. Alexander Mater, he is coming in though. He's followed by Tyler Isley. Michael Zuber also coming down along with Carl Fitz. Let's look at Tyler. Let's see. Did he? Yeah, he still has more damage. So, you know, we don't want to see these multiple cautions. But you know, if you're in Tyler's situation, yeah, this is kind of a good thing for you there. Let me see. Let's see if I can find Tyler real quick and give him a holler here. Where is he? He's down there with Nitro. Let's move him up here. Hey, Tyler, Tony in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
And I tell you, you got a little damage there. These cautions are kind of playing right into your hand, aren't they? Helping out a little bit.
They're helping. You know, I don't really know what happened. I got loose and they didn't cut me a break, and that's fine. I didn't really expect them to after last week, but you know, they can't apologize for it and act like they don't know what they did, so it's okay. I'll be back out there in full strength and see what we can do.
10 for, man. Well, I'll put you back down to your channel, so good luck, and we will talk to you later on.
Thanks.
So he's down there in Nitro Channel and just basically doing what he can to get that car back in shape here. Ken Baum Jr. continues to lead, followed by Kevin Click, Jaden Bingham in third, and William Brown in that fourth position. Robbie Bice also, he's been hanging in there in that top 5 position. Let's see, who else? Where's Jimmy? There's Jimmy Barr. He's another one of our webcam drivers out there tonight. He's one of the drivers that uses the, you know, the, what do you call it? You know, with the 3D headset and everything. But I'm sure that's a cool experience. I'm not sure if he's the only guy that does the 3D or not. I'm sure that's an interesting thing to get used to. Not being able to just look down, and if you need to hit something on the keyboard, I guess when you're doing that, you just learn not to, you know, maybe if you have anything that you need to do, have it mapped on your steering wheel. And basically learning, you're just, you know, just learning to work with your fingers like just really like someone who would be visually impaired, you know, just, you know, we have those other senses that we have in our hands, and in this situation here, yeah, you would have to make use of that, because you certainly can't just whip the headset off just to look at something and then put it back on while you're racing. So that's kind of interesting how they adjust to that type of situation there. Ken Baum, despite the blinking, he's able to hold on to that lead position coming out of turn 3. Pace car getting ready to head down on the pit road. There he goes.
Green, green, green.
Green and racing once again here at Pocono. Kevin Click giving it another shot here. See if he can get up there and catch that number 2. He's trying to catch him before they get down to turn 1. He's not really close enough to try to make a move there. But Ken Baum Jr. definitely getting some good restarts. Click is right there though. And now he sticks his nose out. He's taking a look here, folks. Oh, and I think he might get him as they go through the final turn. And if he holds on, we'll have a new leader as they come down to the line. Yes, we do. It'll be Kevin Click. Boy, Ken Baum Jr. is right on his tail as they race down to turn 1. And Brown and company are still right there behind them. Jaden Bingham, he's right on the tail there of the number 8 there. I'm sorry, number 9 there, William Brown. And see, he closed up there a little bit. He might have had a little bit more speed going through that tunnel turn there. David Smith Jr. right behind him. Click continuing to lead at the front. Ken Baum Jr., he's doing a pretty good job of hanging on to that number 35 car. Let's look a little further back in the field. There's Robbie Bice. He was running 5th, and now he's looks like he's around 7th. A lot of traffic back here. There's Lucas Nilges. You know, he talked to him earlier. First time racing here at Pocono. So far, hanging in that top 10, running 8th at the moment. Ryan Sword right there behind him. Okay, let's see. There's Chris Lynn rounding out the top 10 now. And there's a little bit of a gap between him and 11th place Jimmy Barr. Barr's leading that. It could almost be, you can even see it on the track map. It's a little bit of a second group there. He's leading Carson Pearson, Pittman, and Dylan Hastings. The 66 machine, Bill Hales in that 14th spot. Look through the field now. Everybody, it's good to see everybody is still running. Zarfos, he did not get a wave around, so he's still the one car not on the lead lap. And he's followed by Daniel Menzies running in the 15th position. Stan Mayberry 16th, and 17th is Matthew Fitz. He's followed by the 67 there, Brian Pressler. Michael Zuber now in that 19th position. Nick Cannon, who was, well, he was up the front. And let's see, now he came in and he pitted back on lap 12. And so that time, that cost him some track position. That's why he's falling all the way back there. But boy, he has a long ways to go to try to get back up to the front. Let's see, Alex Mader in the 21st position. Michael Self. You see Tyler Isley there. In that 23rd position, Briggs Swope. Don DeGroot behind him, and then the 18 of Carl Fitz, and that's the last of the cars on the lead lap with Jeremy Zarfos. That one lap down. And then back up to the front here. Kevin Click continues, both him and Ken Baum Jr. starting now to pull away from 3rd place William Brown. Brown getting challenged there by the 26 Jaden Bingaman. David Smith Jr. Not too far behind them, followed by the 24 there, Colin McCarthy. Shout out to the folks in the chat. Thanks for tuning in. Well, I see David Salter's in the chat there. I guess he couldn't make the race here tonight, and yeah, he's not here. That's Robbie Bice's teammate, who's actually running right there in that 7th position. One of the Mopar Motorsports drivers.
The yellow flag is out.
Oh, let's see. Oh, Alex Mader made some contact with the wall. Boy, the car looks pretty good. If he made contact, it sure wasn't much. I think he dodged a bullet there, folks. Wow, that was let's go back and take a look at that and see. I thought I saw smoke, but I guess he didn't make the contact. There he is down on the inside there, the 45 car, right behind the 96 Michael Zuver. So they're looks like they're coming out of the final turn. And was that Nick Cannon? Nick Cannon, I think that was him in front. He bounced off the wall. Mader's doing the same thing. And boy, he's wrestling it, trying to avoid making contact. And he's like, oh no, I'm headed to the wall. This is not going to be good. And he's not going straight in. He's at an angle where there's Michael Self. Oh boy, Tyler Isley just did miss him. Man, that was super close. That was the smoke I saw, thinking that maybe it was just like smoke from India. He managed to get that car locked down. It just did I'm not. Did he even touch the wall? That was he got it locked down in time to avoid making any kind of contact that I believe would have caused him any kind of even minor damage. And so that was good reaction there for Alex Mader, and he's able to continue on. The car looking like it's in great shape. I think he just stopped just an inch or two from the wall. So that was very interesting. Let's go find another one of our drivers. There's Jimmy Barr, and let me go find him and get a chance to talk to some folks here under caution here. Hey, Jimmy, Tony in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, Tony, what's up?
Man, I tell you, these cautions. I guess that's really going to stretch out the field, isn't it, here tonight?
Yeah, it's good. Flip some pit strategies here. I think you're going to see some different stuff happening, but we're pitting now.
10-4. I guess that could make it very interesting towards the end of the race here. But how's the car been handling so far?
It's been good. I lost some spots on the restart, but other than that, it's been handling really well. I feel like I hang with the top 5 here, and we'll see where it shakes out here. It's really tough in traffic. You know, cars are real on the edge when they're next to each other, so it should be pretty interesting how the rest of the race goes.
10-4. Let me ask you about. You know, I'm spacing out on the the headset that you're wearing. What's it called? Oculus.
No, this is a Reverb.
Okay.
Yeah, Oculus, same thing, VR.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. VR. I kept saying 3D. I was like, that's not the term I wanted to use and stuff. But I mean, I tell you, man, that is something. How do you? Are there things that you actually reach for if you need to make an adjustment on something?
I have a lot of button binds here. I kind of know where my mouse is. There's certain things I can't really do that if if I had triple monitors or something like that, I would normally be able to do. But
right.
there's a lot of positives in terms of the immersion and just kind of better judging where you're at on the track. But but when it comes to adjusting the car and everything, it does make it a lot more difficult.
Right. Do you ever use any of those apps like Crew Chief or anything? Does that help?
No, I don't use anything like that.
Right. 10-4. I'm gonna go put you back down to your channel, man. Good luck. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks, Tony.
Yeah, that's neat to see that. And I used to think about getting the VR headset myself, and now I wear glasses, and I've heard everybody has their opinions about them and stuff, and I mean I've heard opinions about that they get hot when you're wearing it on your face for a while. I mean I can understand that it's a very physical thing a lot of times when you're racing. And it may not look that way from the viewer's perspective, but let me tell you, it is definitely, it can be quite a workout depending on what type of track it is, that's for sure. Lights are out on the pace car, so we'll be going green next time around. It'll be lap 29, and about a third of the way through the race, and we still have everybody on track. That's great to see. All 27 cars still racing. There's Jaden Bingaman. Now he'll be on the restart there. I think that must be a family member in the chat there. Lon Bingaman, yeah. So she'll be cheering a guy on here now. See what he can do here on this restart. He's been fighting to get up there. He was fighting with William Brown there for a while, and now both him, Kyler McCarthy, and Daniel Menzies, they're the only 3 that did not pit. And there have been a lot of caution, so you know, they may be taking a gamble here, saying, okay, you know, I think my tire wear is okay. He's had good pace. He's been staying right there in that top 5. So he thinks him and probably those other guys think they still have the tires to hang on. We'll see what happens. As we get ready to go green here on lap 29. Coming around now, pace car should be pulling down on the pit road. I think he just saw him lead the picture. Green flag racing once again. And now it's him and Colin McCarthy, the 24 machine. Drag race down to turn 1. Oh, somebody got out of shape. I think it might have been David Smeal. He's still racing. I saw somebody dive down to the inside. Looks like he's okay. Very tight field here. William Brown now in that 7th position because everybody did pit, so that jumbled up the field here a little bit. Daniel Menzies in that 4th spot. He's got Brian Pressler ahead of him in 3rd. And Kyler McCarthy still racing, trying to catch Jaden Bingaman, who's now just about 0.3 of a second ahead of him. So yeah, Jaden Bingaman enjoying being out front. And right now, anyway, the tires are still holding on, giving him the pace he needs to stay out front. And now we're 1/3 of the way through the race. Oh man, another caution here. Wow, this is not something I expected to see tonight. Let's see, another caution. Let's see, don't see all these guys back here. It looks like everybody's moving okay. I don't see anybody, oh wait a minute. Carson Pittman, man, he's got a lot of damage on that number 4 car. We didn't get a report of him crashing, but man, I think he must have hit the wall hard or something. Let me see if I can go find something on him here. Let's see. I'm gonna roll back to this. Let's see. See, where is Pittman in this picture? Oh, there it is. We did find it. Let's roll the tape back here a little bit. Run it back a little bit, and we'll play it from here. Now there's Pittman. He's on the high side there, the number 4 with the Mopar on the hood, and that is that's the number 21, Lucas Neal, just down on his inside. And, you know, it looks like it's starting to get away from him a little bit. Yeah, and he got loose and he turned down into, I believe that's I couldn't see who that was, but yeah, he definitely, he turned down into somebody and got them loose as well. And, oh, the rear end smacked the wall and it spun it around and the left front smacked the wall. And there may have been someone else that got damage as well. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened there. He got a little loose coming off the turn. And yeah, he's got a bit of damage there. And he might elect to just stay on pit road, not try to stay on the lead lap. That's going to take some work there to get that car back out there. I think he can get it out there. You know, they don't have fast repairs in this league, so if you get damage, you just have to deal with it. Inbaum making his way down pit road. Mayberry stays out. Robbie Bice coming down pit road. I'm going to check something on my graphics here, folks. We'll take a quick break while they're under caution, and we'll be right back. You're watching the Full Throttle Performance Next Gen Sim Racing Series here on Rice Motorsports TV.
We are back at North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, where the field is rolling out for the start of today's 400-lap race on this 0.625-mile racetrack. And just as the field comes all around turn number 4, the sunshine peeks through, helping warm things here. Bill Elliott leads him down. Benny Parsons on the outside. The green flag flies, and the first Union 400 Winston Cup race from North Wilkesboro is underway. Everybody nicely through turns number 1 and 2 as Bill Elliott has the lead, and Dale Earnhardt has jumped into second position, followed by Benny Parsons and Bobby Allison. Oh, here we go. It's just about to go away. They bump coming out of turn 4. Earnhardt gets the lead. We had just heard from our spotters that Neil Bynum. Dale Earnhardt is on his last lap. This will be his 24th career win. Dale Earnhardt wins the first Union 400 at North Wilkesboro.
Okay, folks, we're back here. Once again, the lights are out on the pace car. So it'll be lap 34 where we go racing once again. Carson Pittman, he's the only one on pit road now. Jaden Bingaman continues to lead. He still has Kyler McCarthy behind him, Brian Pressler, Nick Cannon, Daniel Menzies, your top 5. That was the 5th caution of the evening. And even though we've had the caution, it's been like little spins, like guys get loose coming off the turn or nothing, no big one. And so, yeah, even though Pittman's on pit road, I'd like to think he'll still get back out there. There's Ken Baum Jr. now in the 24th position. Well, I tell you, he'll have a lot of work to do to get back up to the front here, that's for sure. Making their way out of turn 3. I think I was almost wanting to say turn 4 again. Here we go. Pace car going down on the pit road.
Green, green, green.
Green flag and racing once again. And Jaden Bingaman and Kyler McCarthy, they still stayed out this time. And also Daniel Menzies now in that 4th position. He's up on that high side. There's McCarthy. He's getting along Brian Pressler now as they're racing down the backstretch there. Racing down to the tunnel turn. Bingaman still holding on to that lead. McCarthy's right there though.
Caution, yellow flag.
Uh-oh, got a caution. And oh, big pileup this time, folks. The big one finally happened. Oh man, Brian Pressler, Michael Self, I mean, oh man. There's the, man, Stan Mayberry in the wall. Can he move or is he stuck? Oh no. Oh boy. Ken Baum Jr., was he involved or was he able to get slowed down? Or he got some damage there on the number 2. I think everybody back there was involved. There's Alex Mader making his way down. Well, that's Robbie Bice, I'm sorry. Looks like he stayed out. He does have some damage, though. So, caution number 6 here now. Let's see. Let's scroll back up and see if we can see where this started. Several guys were involved. And let's see. Let's hop on board here with Don DeGroot and see if we can see what happened. Now, this can be costly for these guys. Now, Don, he's the number 61 car right there in the center of the screen. Now, I wonder if something Did something start to happen in front of him, or is it just something involving him? Let's go on the roof cam and see. Oh yeah, something's already happening. Things are starting to go sideways for Don, and he might have actually managed to get away. Maybe. Let's see. Yeah, he's reacting, and he just got on the binders, and everybody around him, he was basically reacting to what was going on. And man, big pileup. Man, everybody got messed up there. Briggs Swope, the 57 car, Ryan Sword, the 94 machine. And Carl Fitz, he had a couple of spins early on, and he might looked like he might have made it through unscathed. He was able to slow down in time, and he just basically stopped there. Like, when all else fails, just stop. And so he was not involved in that at all. But there were several other cars. Something happened up ahead. I'm not sure what it was. What started it? Somebody, I would imagine, someone got loose somewhere. So a lot of action on pit road now. Bingham and McCarthy and Menzies continue to stay out. Oh, Brian Pressler overshot his pit box. And let's see, does he have any damage? No, his car looks okay. And let's see, how about, let's look at some of the other guys that are on pit road. Jimmy Barr, let's see what his car looks like. His car looks good. Bit of damage there for Briggs Swope. Ryan Sword, the 94 car. Man, a lot of damage for the 94, more than what I saw in that other replay. There's Don DeGroot. His car doesn't look too bad. Carl Fitz, that damage, I think, came from one of his earlier spins. Stan Mayberry, his car doesn't look too bad, at least not from the front of it anyway. And that's about everybody. Carson Pittman. Well, I think Carson has been on pit road this whole time, just getting that car fixed. So, boy, he was able to avoid that one. But Jaden Bingaman, he remains out. We're at lap 36 of 90. We're getting very close to the halfway point here now. And so, man, I tell you, he's got plenty of tires on pit road waiting for him. Well, I tell you, if the car is handling good and you don't have to use them, then, you know, don't make that move. Let's see, where's David Smeal? There's David in the 8th position. And let's see if I can find him real quick. He's another one of our webcam drivers here. Let's see, is he in the chat? Let me, there he is. Yeah, he's down there with Posse Racing, the sponsor for tonight. Yeah, we need to get him up here. Hey, David, Tony in the booth, you got a copy.
Gotcha there, bud.
Hey, man, I tell you, and yeah, tonight's, I guess, let's say tonight's race sponsor, I would say. And how are things going for you out there tonight?
So far, so good. I mean, this JZP T2T72 feels pretty good right about now. I mean, track position's king with all these yellows we've had, but just gotta keep digging away, put myself in good position. Hopefully, we'll stay up front till the end.
10-4, man. We had a big pile up there, almost like the big one at Daytona or something, and several cars involved in that. And but you didn't get any damage at all from that?
Very close. I was very nervous going to the pump turn. I got a little bit tight, and I saw them get crossed up and narrowly avoided that one. So I'll consider that someone watching over me for the night. So hopefully I keep it that way.
10-4, man. Well, good luck. I'll put you back down to your channel, and we'll talk to you later.
Thanks, Tony.
Yeah. So yeah, David Smeal, like you said, somebody might be looking out for him there tonight, and avoided a disaster there. Jaden Bingaman, Colin McCarthy, Daniel Menzies, Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon, both him and William Brown now, they pitted on lap 26. And they're up there. They have some of the fresher tires, so let's see what happens on this restart here.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag, and we're racing once again. Everybody racing their way down to turn 1. McCarthy there once again, trying to see if he can get closer to the 26. Already a couple of car lengths ahead of, behind Bingaman. Boy, he's got a lot of pressure from Nick Cannon there. Daniel Menzies, that blue and white car. Oh, they almost got together. William Brown, oh man, things are getting, look at William Brown going in between the 25 and the 35 machine. Look at this, they're about 3 wide coming out of the final turn. Wow. They race down to the line there. Nick Cannon, he remains in that 3rd position, but boy, I tell you, now they're doing all that battling. Jaden Bingaman and Kyler McCarthy have kind of scooted away from them now. They're good, almost a good second down the road. Kevin Click, he was up there earlier in the race battling, now in the 7th position. And there's David Smith Jr. We're just talking to him. He's currently in that 8th spot. And you can see, boy, oh, look at that. Boy, the 35 got a little loose there. There's a lot of room to race here, but it's still, you get into that tunnel turn. Oh, and oh no, he got touched by the 8 there. Nick Cannon. And let's see, does everybody get past him? Yes, they do. Wow. And I don't think he got any damage, folks. The car looks okay. No, we see some guys running into each other behind them. I think that might have been Michael Self and Carl Fitz, but wow. David Smith definitely has somebody watching over him tonight. He made it through there. Wow, that was crazy. Let's run that back a lap here. We're gonna ride on board with him. And actually, let's go back another lap. And let's see. Well, okay, go forward a lap because he was right there. I'm trying to catch where that accident was. I'll tell you what, let's take it back live here and then go back one lap. Because all that was happening right in front of him. And let's see. I'll tell you what, let's go on board Brian Pressler. He might have been close to what was going on there. Now there's Brian. He's racing along. And now he's got the number 12, Jimmy Barr, on his outside. And now folks are starting to check up here, and that somebody's already spinning in front of them. You see Brian Pressler. He's going a little sideways there. There's the 53 Bill Hales trying to get through. Oh, and he kind of scrapes through just a little bit. And let's see, where was let's go find where was David Smeal in all of this? Yeah, there he is right there. Okay. Let's roll it back a little bit and see. Let's see what he saw. They're racing along here. And now there's Nick Cannon. That's what we first saw. Him get down and bump into the 72 there. So he's in the grass, and boy, he's really just a passenger at that point. And now he's, that's a bad feeling there when you're spinning like that. There goes Brian Presley. There's Bill Hales. Just did get past him. Wow, cars are just going everywhere. Oh, Don DeGroot, look how close they came to making contact there. Almost got hit in the front and behind and avoided all of that. And at that point, he was already going slow enough that he could avoid Pressler. But I tell you, yeah, David Smeal, he got lucky there for sure. And now just playing catch up with the field here. Now that he puts him down to 17th position, but there are several cars on pit road. And some of them may be there for a little while. Let's see, there's Kinbaum Jr. and he has I can't see it. There's maybe a little bit of damage on that left front. He's on pit road. You see Robbie Bice right there behind him. He's on pit road. Brig Swope is also there. Ryan Sword, Michael Self, Stan Mayberry just making his way back off of pit road. Carson Pittman, unfortunately, oh, there he is. Okay, he finally got going. Now he's not sure how many laps down he is, but finally got that number 4 back out on the track. He's 9 laps down, but yeah, the car looks pretty good. And with no fast repairs, that's what you have to do to get back in this race for sure. It looks like the lights are out on the pace car, so it'll be lap 43 on the restart. Very, very close now to the halfway point where lap 45 will be there. And boy, I tell you, this is amazing. Up at the front, it is still Jaden Bingaman and Kyler McCarthy still have not pitted. They are now officially, they are the only 2 drivers who have not stopped. I'll take that. Yeah, they're the only 2 that have not stopped for tires at any point in this race here tonight so far. And I think a lot of that has to do with the number of caution now. We're at caution number 7, and I think that has allowed them to really conserve those tires. And, you know, Bingaman, he's had good pace anyway. Both him and McCarthy have had excellent pace, and they're able to keep those tires alive. I don't know how hard this place is on tires. We'll have to ask one of the drivers later on. A lot of guys have come into pit road. There are a few that have come into pit road only one time so far. William Brown in that 3rd position. He's only pitted once, both him and Kevin Click on laps 26. And here we go now, coming out of the final turn. There goes pace car down on pit road.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag racing once again. It's Bingaman. McCarthy, he's right there. There's William Brown trying to hang in there with him, get up through the gears as they race down to turn 1. Boy, McCarthy's a little bit closer this time, but boy, Bingaman, he has just been really smooth on these restarts. Wow, man, look at this. Colin McCarthy's real close, right on the bumper now, the 26. Give him a little tap there as he go to the tunnel turn. And it looks like they'll make it through there okay. Brown right behind them. Kevin Click in that 4th position. Nick Cannon right there. And there's a little gap between them and Chris Lynn. Chris Lynn, how about Lucas Nilgis? He's been running around in that 7th position or somewhere thereabouts for a good portion of this race. He's actually moved up 8 positions since the start of the race, but yeah, for a first time here, look, he's doing pretty good here so far. Oh no, we got a caution somewhere, and don't know. Let's see. Oh, who is that? Can't see through the smoke. I think it was Stan Mayberry. Yeah, that is Stan Mayberry, and yeah, a bit of damage on that 48 machine. And let's see. And it looks like he was the only one involved. I wonder if he just got loose. Let's go take a look and see. Now there's Stan. He's by himself there. He's got Carson Pittman behind him, the number 4 car. Looks, there's the number 2 there. Ken Baum Jr. down on the inside. Don DeGroot. Oh, okay. The number 45 got touched by the 67, and a big chain reaction going on. And looks like the 48 got the brunt of the damage there. Well, DeGroot, he got into the wall good too. Pressler ended up in the wall as well, but I think the 48 got the worst of it there. So caution number 8 And now we're right at the halfway point. There's Don DeGroot making his way down pit road. Yeah, he got quite a bit of damage because they all went into that wall there. Alex Mader making his way back down. And he was involved in that as well. Got a little bit of damage on that left front. Ken Baum Jr. saw him going down pit road. Let's see what his damage looks like. Oh, wow. Heavy damage there for Ken Baum Jr. That, oh boy, we'll see how long he actually stays on pit road for that. And there's Mayberry, and his damage not nearly as bad. And those are the only 4 on pit road right now. And Jaden Bingaman and Kyler McCarthy continue to stay out. So now they'll probably go around and do a couple more laps before we go green once again. We'll take another quick break. We'll be right back. Hey, you're watching the Full Throttle Performance Next Gen Sim Racing Series here on Race Motorsports TV. Okay, folks, we're back here under caution number 8 here. And Jaden Bingaman finally comes in for a pit stop. That puts him back to the 16th position. And actually, Kyler McCarthy stayed out. So now he's the only guy who is not pitted. Bingaman said, you know what, I'm going to just go ahead and come on in here and get some tires. And let's see. Bingaman, he pitted on lap 45. Dylan Hastings also pitted on lap 45. And let's see, anybody else? Carl Fitz, he pitted on lap 45. He's been in several times, though. You know, let's take a look at, let's see, are we at 1 to go already? No, we're about to get to 1 to go, so we have a little time here. And so let's, let's take a look at as they make their way around. See how long these stint lengths were. And look at Kyler McCarthy. He's now has the number 1 longest stint length. 46 laps, has not pitted at all. And you see Bingaman down there with 45, and the only other guy who's come even close was Daniel Menzies. He went 40 laps, and so yeah, boy, they really stretched those tires out, and we'll see now if that he's got fresh tires now, but I mean we'll see what happens when we get the restart here, because there's a lot of cars around him now who have pitted. And within a lap or so, either lap 45 or lap 44, or some pitted on lap 40. But he's got pretty fresh tires now too, so that'll be interesting to see if he can make his way back up through the field. Passing hasn't been all that super easy, especially for the guys up at the front. So it'll be interesting to see now. McCarthy, now you're at the front, followed by William Brown and Kevin Click. Of course, Nick Cannon, he's been taking a look everywhere he had a chance to try to get up there. Making their way down to the final turn now. And now the guys behind him, William Brown, Kevin Click, and Nick Cannon, their tires really aren't all that new. They all pitted on lap 26. So that's interesting. All the guys that are right at the front have either the oldest or older tires than the rest of the field. Off and running once again. They're making their way through turn one. Everybody got through there okay. Looking back through the field here. It looks like they made it okay. Looking back up towards the front, Tyler Isley trying to hold off the 32 there, Chris Lynn. Lucas Nill just now up to that 5th position. Lucas having a very good race here. First race here at Pocono. Oh boy, they're trying to make a move on Nick Cannon. Kevin Click is anyway trying to get him, but then number 8 holds them off as they make their way out of the final turn. Oh, we got some guys spinning back here. Oh, big hit. Oh man, that was Michael Zuber. I think he was one of the guys. Oh man. Heavy damage there on the number 96. And Alex Mader looks like he was involved. And amazingly, his card doesn't look all that bad. Zuber has towed him, so it's going to take him a while to get back to the pits. Let's look here on board with Mader, see if we can see what happened. Now there's the 45, and I don't know if the 96 was behind him. Well, nobody's behind him really. So whatever happened in front of him must have involved the 96, unless he got loose or something. And let's roll it at normal speed here. Oh wait a minute, that's oh, so that's what's going on there. He wasn't even involved with anybody. It was like he was going down the pit road, and then he just decided to jump over there. And there's Michael Zuber. Let's run it back, see if we can see what happened with him. And I don't know. It's possible. There he is in the Miller Lite car there. Did he touch the wall? Yeah, he grazed in the wall, and he just carried too much speed there, and he came down, and boy, he clomped. Who is that? That is the 53 Bill Hales. And, hard hit into the inside wall. Hales more of a glancing blow, but Michael Zuber almost head on. Just really tore up that number 96 machine. And, yeah, that... He's going to be on pit road for a while with that one. Tough luck there for Michael Zuber and Bill Hales. A lot of activity on pit road. There's Bingaman down on pit road again, and maybe just fuel. I don't see, it doesn't look like any tires are going on, or maybe just topping the tank off. So this is going to, we see a lot of guys getting tires and fuel. McCarthy, I think he got a splash of fuel. There's Jimmy Barr. There's Carl Fitz making his way out. Stan Mayberry. Some of these guys are going to be on pit road for a while because they're getting repair work done. Of course, Michael Zuber, he's going to be there a good little while with the damage he has. Yeah, he went ahead and got out the car too. So we're at lap 50 of 90. So whether or not he can get in, or when you have that kind of damage, it'll tell you how long the damage is, how many minutes it is. He might be out the rest of the race, unfortunately. Ken Baum Jr., he's on pit road. He had a significant amount of damage. He's going to stay in the car, but it looks like he's definitely going to be there for a while. So now that elevates William Brown to the lead position. So who was it? Was it McCarthy? that came in, was he the one that stayed out? He pitted on lap 49, so he finally came in to get some fresh tires. He's back in the 16th position. Bainman's a few cars ahead of him in that 14th spot. And there's, I think I saw Ken Baum Jr. making his way back out. And is that Bill Hales in front of him? I don't think his damage was as severe. So he didn't have to stay on pit road as long. Bainman coming back down pit road, followed by Colin McCarthy and Don DeGroot. I think these guys are just topping off the tank. They may be starting to think about going to the end of the race if it were to stay green. Bingham and McCarthy, they're already on their way out. And now all eyes will be on the number 9 of William Brown and see what he'll be able to do. Let's see, Carson Pittman. Now, up to this point, every single car has been running. We have a few guys on pit road, of course. Oh, I think I just saw somebody might have put it behind the wall. Who was that? Was that Michael Zuber? And no, it was Jeremy Zarfos. So he actually did retire the 42 machine. So we will not have everybody finishing the race. And, you know, Zarfos may be joined by a couple of more folks. The repair time may be too long for them to get back out in the race. We'll see what happens. Pace car turns down on the pit road. Let's see what William Brown can do here on the restart. It's him and Kevin Click. Nick Cannon down on the inside. There's Tyler Isley, the 17 machine, also down on the inside behind Nick Cannon. Lucas Nilgis, he's right there too. Both him and William Brown slowly making their way to the front of the field. William Brown holds on for the moment anyway, staying in that lead position. He just barely has it from Kevin Click. Oh man, they're getting super racy here. Look at Click down on the inside. Coming down to the final turn. Will he be able to get a run on Brown? I don't think so. Looks like as they come off the turn there, Brown, he's got a good head of steam coming off the turn. Nick Cannon, Lucas Nilgis right behind him. Nilgis now up to that 4th position. Wow, this is, I'm sure he must be enjoying himself out there tonight. Up 11 positions from the start of the race. You know, you gotta be patient and have a little luck on your side. You know, he definitely came through some stuff. A lot of those cautions there. And now he's watching Nick Cannon battle with Kevin Click for that 2nd position. And William Brown, he's still there. I mean, he's barely in front of second. The top 3 are really right there as they race down the front stretch, start lap 54. The top 5 already are setting themselves apart from the rest of the field. Dylan Hastings leading the rest of the pack at the moment in that 6th position. He's got Daniel Menzies right behind him though. Spoiler alert, Daniel, he'll be sponsoring our next race, so we'll see more information about that later on and at the end of the race here. As a matter of fact, you know what? I think I made a graphical error here. Okay. Yeah, my apologies to Pennsylvania Posse. That graphic at the top is wrong. I was getting some stuff set up for next week, and it's that presented by Daniel Menzies. That is not for this race. This race is presented by Pennsylvania Posse, so my apologies to Pennsylvania Posse, and they're the ones that are really supposed to be there, and we're riding along with Daniel. But you know what? This race still has a ways to go. So as we're watching these guys race along, let's go up here with your leaders. We can fix that right now. William Brown doing good. He's holding on to that lead. So that's good right there for sure. There we go.
The yellow flag is out.
Oh man, another caution here. Man, I tell you, this is caution number 10. And, oh boy, now William Brown, he's still your leader. Let's go find out, see what happened here. And, oh man, I think this might have involved Ryan Sword. A lot of damage on that 94 machine. He's getting tires and fuel. He might stay in for a little while. Oh, and I think it involved Robbie Bice as well, because it's showing Robbie Bice jumped to the pit, so he's towing in. So let's go back here and see if we can see what happened with Ryan. So he's racing along, and oh, wait a minute, I see some smoke, so something's happening in front of him. Oh yeah, there's the 66, and there's Robbie Bice there. Oh, and Ryan Shore was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Robbie Bice and the 66 of Dylan Hastings, they got together in front of Ryan Sword, and oh man, that was he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. So nothing that he could really do about that. You see them racing down here, and you can see there's a 66. Oh, and I think he might have gave a little tap to that 66, and so that might have been. He was carrying a lot of speed and couldn't get it woed down, and so now he's and he turned up, and Ryan Sword was right there and just clobbered him as he was headed to the outside wall anyway. But yeah, tough break for all those guys there. So it's saying caution number 10. I thought we already had 10. Maybe it's still 10. But a lot of guys pit road, Nick Cannon making his way off. There's William Brown right behind him. David Smith Jr. right now, 14th position. Tyler Isley is now at the front. And wow. now he's right there. And let's see. Where is that's interesting there. Because he had some problems earlier on in the race, and now things, it's, you know, you never know how things are going to work out. So now Tyler has found himself at the front, and he's got Daniel Menzies right there in that second position. Still got several folks on pit road. Ken Baum Jr. just leaving pit road. He's still got a lot of damage on that car, so he's just stopping whenever he can to try to get stuff fixed. There's Don DeGroot right behind him, getting back out. Bill Hale's making his way back out, and he's followed by Ryan Sword. Car's still banged up a little bit, but do what he can and in the time that he has to work and get on out of there. So now it's Tyler Isley, Daniel Menzies, Chris Lynn, Dylan Hastings, and Jimmy Barr, your top 5. Making their way down. I think the lights are out on the pace car. Yes, it is. So it'll be lap 60. So we're 2/3 of the way through this race now. When we go green here. Now, last time Tyler pitted was on lap 26, so it has been a minute since he's been on pit road. I'm making their way out of turn 4. Pace car will be turning off any moment now. There he goes.
Green, green, green.
Green flag. Racing has resumed. It's Isley and Daniel Menzies. Chris Lynn down on the inside. Looks like Menzies tried to slam the door shut there. Dylan Hastings up on that high side. How about Carl? It's not Carl, but Matthew Fitz. We haven't talked about Matthew in a while. He's up there in that 6th position. Boy, he's up 14 spots. So. Oh, no, I see. Oh, my goodness. Oh, ooh, who is that? Somebody, ugh. Was that Don DeGroot, perhaps? No, somebody's hood went flying, and he's got pieces hanging off the car. And, well, I tell you. Let's see. Oh, no, William Brown was involved, and his car doesn't look that bad, but maybe it was just a spin or something like that. But let's see. Let's go back here with William and see what happened. And so now where's Brown at? There he is right there in the middle there. Briggs swope down on the inside. Let's ride on board with him. Yeah, he's getting under Michael's self there. Oh, did he get tapped? I think he got touched by, I think that was Lucas Nilgis, and yeah, there we go. Let's run that back a little bit, and so they're coming through the turn, and boy, look, it almost looked like I saw the 8 get a little sideways, man, and he kind of moved down there, and I don't know. I think it almost looked like he moved into the 21 there and can't really just turn left and get out the way. And definitely, I think that was some incidental contact there. And you can see more stuff happening in the background. Bit of a chain reaction. Guys were reacting, trying to avoid any damage. See the 45, Ryan Sword once again. I can't see who that is on the other side of William Brown, who's just nestled up right next to him. But unless, I don't know, is that Alex? I don't think that's Alex Mader. Yeah, that's Mater right there in the 45 car. But yeah, man, I tell you, when something goes wrong, there's not a whole lot of room to react, which is kind of ironic because the track is generally pretty wide. It seems like there's a lot of room to race, but it just closes up very quickly. Now his car looks okay. He is coming down pit road, like a lot of other folks as well. Isley stays out. He stays now, getting to his pit box. Bill Hales coming in again. And we just saw William Brown coming in. Who else is coming? There's Jaden Bingaman making his way down pit road. Does he have damage? Oh man, he's got quite a bit of damage there. Oh my goodness. He might have been in one of the cars caught up in that. He's been at the front for a good portion of the race, and then when he pitted for that first time, that put him back more mid-pack. And well, I tell you, you start moving back into the middle of the pack, and things go wrong. That may not work out too well for you. And he got bit this time, unfortunately. And he's not the only one that having to wait for some damage here. And hopefully he'll be able to get back out there. So Tyler Isley, he remains your leader. After caution number 11, Menzies is right there with him. And he's in the second place. Chris Lynn is in third, followed by Jimmy Barr. And Matthew Fitz rounds out your top 5. Now they may be getting a 1 to go this time around. The lights are indeed out on the pace car. So it'll be lap 64 when they get the green flag. And now the field is dwindled just a little bit. We have 1, 2, 3. We have 4 guys on pit road, and we still have only the one retirement, Jeremy Zarfos. But it's possible that some of the other guys that are on pit road, now that we're into the final third of the race, it depends on how long it takes for their repairs to be completed, whether or not they'll be able to get out and complete the race. But still, the majority of the field is still here and ready to go racing once again as they go through the tunnel turn. Got a few stragglers. They're making their way around there to catch up to the field. There's Bill Hales in the 17th position. Ryan Sword a little further back. They're going into the third and final turn. He's just coming out of the tunnel turn, but I think he'll be able to get up there before they go green again. Stan Mayberry also trying to play catch up. Who else? Robbie Bice. He's trying to get around there. They're literally about to get the green flag though. So there's a couple of guys that'll still trying to get down to turn 3 as we restart the race here once again. Where Chris Lynn and Daniel Menzies duking it out for that second position. Isley is still in the lead. And they continue to race. Chris Lynn now trying to close in on the bumper there of Tyler Isley. You heard him blip that throttle just a little bit. Let's see what kind of speed he's getting as it goes down the front stretch here. Gets 183, 85, 190, 191 miles an hour, I believe, was his top speed. Click racing and a lot of traffic. Oh boy, he's trying to squeeze past Michael Fitz. He's on that high side going through the final turn here. Well, I tell you, these guys, they ain't playing around. Now 26 laps remaining. Upshifting. Lindsay's in that third position. Good to see him up there. Oh, and Chris Lynn, I think he might have got the lead here. Well, he's trying anyway, and they're back and forth. Isley on the high side, but I think Chris Lynn's going to get it, and he moves ahead of the 17 as they race down towards the final turn. So now it's Chris Lynn who's your leader. Tyler Isley right there. Well, I tell you, they would probably love to see this thing go green the rest of the way. Then he pitted on lap 49, Isley on lap 26. If that's the last time he pitted, you would imagine that he'd have to come in for some fuel or something, perhaps. He's gone quite a ways here now. But Isley opening up a nice gap to Chris Lynn. Colin McCarthy back up there right now in a podium position. Kevin Click right behind him. Matthew Fitz rounding out your top five. Now Fitz, he's also gained a lot of positions as well. 15 positions since the start of the race. Now some of it might have been through, staying out. He's only pitted twice during the race, and so yeah, he gained a lot of track position. He last pitted on lap 49. He may be good to go till the end of the race. I tell you, and they're rubbing, bumping fenders there and stuff, and they are seriously getting after it here in these closing laps. Isley now has about, I'd say, 3-car length gap between him and Kyle McCarthy. McCarthy has raced his way all the way back up to the front. I mean, he's up 8 positions higher than when he started the race, but he's been up there in that top 5 quite a bit. Kevin Click also, of course he started started second in the race, so now he's back up towards the front. But a little further back, there's David Smeal. My mouse is acting weird. David Smeal now in the 5th position. Posse Racing, they are the sponsors for tonight's race. We got that graphics fixed, so apologize to them for having that. That was wrong for half the race, but we got it fixed here. 21 laps to go. David Smith now trying to close in on that lead group of cars. He's got the front row seat there. See everything that's happening here, and that's Carl Fitz right in front of him. And then make it through the tunnel turn. Isley looking pretty good. Click would like to focus on him, but boy, Colin McCarthy is right there. And like I said before, that's all working to Tyler Isley's advantage, or whoever would be in the lead. Because these guys, as long as they continue to battle it out, there's Matthew Fitz trying to find a way around. And that will definitely take some of the heat off of Tyler Isley, because he can almost focus on just driving his car and hitting his marks. You know, he's checking that rearview mirror every now and then, because you can see they are right there. Boy, there are now 20 laps to go. They're about to make it 19. McCarthy got a nose ahead. Goes down low and, oh, at the line, I think he got him. So I think he got credit for leading that lap. Tyler Isley still. Now, this track is relatively flat. You don't have a whole lot of banking. It looks like he's trying to maintain that momentum, but I think McCarthy may have him here. Isley now in that second spot. Boy, Kevin Click. Boy, he's right on the bumper of the 17. They race down towards the tunnel turn. Isley gets out of it a little bit. I don't think he was in position. David Smeal trying to sneak past into that third position. Here comes Matthew Fitz also. Now this could be where Tyler Isley, his tires are starting to give up on him just a little bit. Guys with the fresher rubber, especially guys like McCarthy and Click, they pitted lap 50 and 57 respectively there. Nick Cannon also pitted on lap 57. Both him and Lucas Nilgis, they're running 7th and 8th. And they're leading that second group of cars while the battle rages on up here. McCarthy, you got a nice little gap right now, 0.2 of a second between him and Kevin Click. David Smill Jr. down in that third position. I would say he thinks, he's probably at a place where he wants to be right now, as opposed to being a little further back in the pack. This is, you feel like this is something you can work with here. Oh, it goes a little wide on him there. Either that or he was just taking a higher line on the corner exit. I tell you, we've seen some guys make contact with that ball. And boy, look at McCarthy. And Click is really sticking to him like glue. He said, where you go, I go. I think he was trying to maybe maintain a little bit of a draft as well. Kevin Click tried to get back up to the lead. Colin McCarthy, he's been patient all race long. He's finally gotten up there. Well, further back, there's Matthew Fitz, David Smeal ahead of him. Chris Lynn, he's battling with Tyler Isley for that 5th position. I think Isley just got him at the line. Boy, you can see these guys from that angle. It looked like they were just staying in line. Like, you know what? There's only 16 laps to go, but man, it's some long laps. It's almost like Daytona. I mean, 2.5 mile long. It's a big place. Everybody continuing to race along. McCarthy now the gap almost 0.3 of a second. Now Penny on lap 50, 40 laps is not exactly unheard of. And there's Tyler Isley. I think we just saw him. There he is, finally making his way down pit road. Well, he's been on pit road like 4 times, but he might be coming down to get some tires and fuel. Long pit road. You haven't even see the Jack going up for the 17. And of course he'll lose a lap in the process, but now he'll have those fresh tires. If a caution comes out, then he'll probably stay out and gain track position, and the tires should be new enough, you know, in that scenario that he could maybe be able to get out there and then battle for something up at the front if we catch a caution. Right now we're staying green. He's getting up to speed. Colin McCarthy continuing to lead, but what Kevin Click is closing in once again. David Smeal trying to get a little closer as well. I don't think anybody's holding anything back right now. You know, time to put in those money laps there, and Smeal definitely trying to close in. Now he only has about 14 laps to go if he's going to be able to get there and maybe try to challenge for the lead. Finally, he did an upshift about 2/3 of the way down the track there. I wonder, was that just one downshift or 2? Or do they have 5 gears or 6 here? I thought they only went up to 5. And there he goes into 5th. Makes his way through the tunnel turn. And we'll see what happens on the front stretch. And he is starting to close in on McCarthy and Click. He gets to drive off the corner. And there they go again. Click, wherever McCarthy goes, Click is right there trying to make sure he catches that draft. You know, and Smeal might be doing the same thing to a certain extent anyway. Once you start, because he's at like 0.3, well, about 0.4 behind Kevin Click. But it seems that he's starting to sniff a draft there just a little bit. I guess the question would be, how long can he keep it up? And well, these guys, they're setting a furious pace here. Now 11 laps remaining. Boy, look at how the top 3, they've really, they're fighting so hard. Boy, I tell you, McCarthy and Click are battling so hard, and David Smeal Jr., he is right there with them now, folks. And they're like they're a good 3.5 seconds away from the next pack of cars, which would be Chris Lynn. He's having a nice battle going on here. Chris Lynn, William Brown. Brown taking a look down on the inside. Matthew Fitz in that purple 3 machine up on the high side. Nick Cannon's in that group as well. So they're all duking it out. Basically a battle for 5th position. Basically looks like a 5-car battle for 5th position. And you have these guys, there's Jimmy Barr He's trying to stay ahead of the 53 Bill Hales, Dylan Hastings. Trying to hold on to that pack of cars. Luke Swope, he's pretty much by himself right now. He's not no one close, and that's Brian Pressler behind him. But he's over a second behind at the moment. Meanwhile, up the front, McCarthy trying to extend his lead up just about 0.6 of a second over Kevin Click. And I wonder if Click is now having to deal with, I think he's having to deal with David Smith Jr. Nine laps remaining. Laps are running low now. If these drivers, if they're going to do anything, they're getting close to the point of no return here, and opportunities are becoming less and less with each passing lap. Click pitted on lap 57, Smith pitted on lap 40. So his tire, he's doing pretty good to hang in there, considering how much older his tires are. Of course, we saw Jaden Bingaman and who was the McCarthy stay out for so long in the race. And especially for Bingaman, the main reason he got kind of shuffled back into the pack and now ultimately, just having some bad luck once he got back there. Was able to stay up the front for an enormous amount of time on the original set of tires. So that leads me to think that this place really isn't that hard on the tires. Click now starting to put a little bit of ground between him and David Smith Jr. William Brown, he's still a good ways back, and now it's over 5 seconds between him and the front pack of cars with 8 laps to go. And boy, he can't even really see them. You can kind of barely see them there. They're about to go down. They're approaching turn 1. His bigger concern right now is Lucas Nilges in that 5th position. He got caught up in a caution there a little bit, but still having a great race nonetheless. I believe he's been in the top 10 pretty much all race long. These guys continue to, let's look a little further back. There's Matthew Fitz. Nobody's battling him. Bill Hales is battling, well, let's see, that's Carson Pittman, so that's not a battle for position. Because Bill Hales, he's on the lead lap, and Pittman's multiple laps down. 10th place is right behind them, though, there. The 12 there, Jimmy Barr. Right there, Carson Pittman, he's like the meat and the sandwich there, folks. The 66 Dylan Hastings, he was there with them, and he ran wide. It took either that or he just took a really wide line. And further back, Brian Pressler now. And even further back, Ken Baum Jr. Boy, I tell you, he was right up at the front, now running in that 16th position. And he is on the lead lap, but getting more towards the tail end of it. Meanwhile, up the front, McCarthy continues to lead. Gap almost 0.324. So right now he's got the race in hand at the moment. If he can, I tell you, Kevin Click is going to keep him honest, though. I mean, he is right there. He's not going anywhere. And these are some long laps too. Sometimes we'll watch a race and it seems like the race just flies by. But boy, I tell you, when you're in the lead or like up there close to the front, and you're not at that point where you just wanted the race to be over, and every lap feels like an eternity. There's Carl Fitz down on the inside. He's moving out of the way for the lead cars to go through. Boy, it's going to be 3 laps to go when they cross the stripe. Making their way down. They just went through the tunnel turn, so approaching turn 3. David Smith Jr., he's still in that 3rd position, but he's almost 3/4 of a second behind your leaders, but he's still 2.5 seconds ahead of William Brown, so he's not really under any pressure. And right now he's looks like to be on pace for podium position here. I do believe he's from the area, so this may be considered his home track. Who knows, maybe one of his favorite tracks. He's definitely running good here. But right now, he doesn't have to worry about working his tires anymore, and he's just doing what he needs to do. Oh, I think we just saw Kevin Click got a little loose there. Almost made contact with the wall. I think he's okay though. I don't think we actually saw any damage here. The right front looks okay. Well, I tell you, the penultimate lap. Colin McCarthy now almost a full second. There they are, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they're going to run into some lap traffic. He's going to get the white flag next time around. That's Carson Pittman. He's over 1.5 seconds ahead of them. But no, this race I think will be over before they catch them on the 4 car. I wonder if this will be the first win for Kyler. We've seen him a lot of times running up the front, and I can't remember the last time I saw him even on the podium. But he is racing to the line, racing to the white flag. Is the final lap. So he's looking good, Kevin Click. He's right there trying to hold on to second. David Smith, he's not quite close enough really to attack, but should be on pace now for a very good finish here tonight at Pocono. Race their way through the tunnel turn. The field pretty much spread out here, and looks like they won't have any issues with lap cars, the guys at the front. So making his way through turn 3. Coming on down, checkered flag is in the air. Colin McCarthy cruising to a win here at Pocono. So congratulations, Colin McCarthy. He is your winner here tonight. I know he's going to be excited here. Nice win there for Nitro. It's a long truck around the track to get back to the front stretch. And good thing it's not a fuel situation, because you definitely want to be there to do a burnout for sure. And he comes out of turn 4. Plenty of room for a burnout, and he is definitely going to have some fun now. Colin McCarthy, your winner here tonight at Pocono. And while they're celebrating, I'm going to go ahead and move them up here into the booth here. Let's see. Let's find Kyler. Yeah, let's see. Where is he? I'm not even sure if Kyler's even in there. We may have to wait for him to join the server because he's not. I don't think he's in the chat right now. So definitely we'll have to wait for him to get in. So hopefully he'll join. David Smill, he's already there. And let's go ahead and let's get Kevin Click up there. Where is he at? There he is. So we'll move him on up. And all that's left is tonight's winner, Kyler McCarthy. And I'm pretty sure he's not in the chat right now. So we'll have to wait for him to get in there. I'm looking again to make sure that I'm not overlooking him. And I don't think he's already in here. So, well, Now, man, he might join now. He went ahead and parked, so we'll see if he is able to join us. And I see Daniel Menzies is there. We're going to go ahead and hop on down there with him.
No, I mean that.
Okay, guys. Okay, we're live here. We're here with we're here with two of your top three, Kevin Click and David Smill Jr. But Kyler, is he able to get into the chat? And has anybody been able to reach out to him at all?
Well, yeah, he was in our chat, but he kind of disappeared, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's weird. And so if we're not able to, if he does, maybe he'll just hop in here later on. But we'll go ahead and talk to everybody else that finished on the podium here. So that would be Kevin. You're up. Then, but I tell you, man, congratulations on that second position, though.
Yeah, I would have liked it to be one more spot up, but it is what it is. I really burnt the crap out of my tires right there trying to catch Kyler. He did an awesome job of defending. I got into him one time there, getting into 3, and man, it was close. He threw that late block, and I hit him pretty good, and I thought for sure that he was going to be moving up the track a little bit, but he kept it down there, so credit to him. And he ran a great race, and it just would have liked to get one more spot there, but it was fun. It was a fun race for sure.
Absolutely. Now, anybody want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, just everybody at Turn 2 Terribles, Brett Marks Sim Racing Team. Got to thank M&M Painting and Construction, and that's about it. I just love running the league. Wish I could get into more of the races here as of late, but you'll start to see me more and more here as we go.
10-4, man. Well, that's great to hear. Well, you go celebrate, man, and hopefully we will see you next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
10-4. Hey, Kyler, unmute your mic there. We got you now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, man, I got you. It kicked me out of Discord. I had to get back into it.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, glad you were able to get back in, man. Congratulations on that victory, man.
Golly, I tell you what, these guys at Nitro Setup Shop, they brought one hell of a piece, and it sucks that Jaden had what happened to him, and especially Isley, because I feel like between the three of us, we really had a strong piece, and big shout out to Kevin Click there, man. He could have turned me there a couple times, but he didn't, so I appreciate that. This thing was on rails, and my spotter, man, hell of a call coming when we did, and just being patient coming back to the field.
10-4, man. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, first and foremost, my wife for allowing me to put this time in and do this like I do. I know you could have. And then, everybody at Nitro Setup Shop, Russ, Patrick, Jimmy, Aaron, all the guys that put in a lot of hours building these sets for us and everything. Just goes to show, if you're looking for a set, go to nitrosetupshop.com. These things are rocket ship fast. Just got to be patient with them. But good to have a second win on the season and just add some more bonus points to our championship bid here.
Absolutely, man. Well, congratulations, and we will see you next week.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Hey, David, you got a copy?
Gotcha, sir.
Man, I tell you, congratulations on getting on that podium, man. And good to see race sponsor on that podium tonight. And, good job.
Thank you. It's one of those nights where I really was excited to be sponsoring this race for all the PA guys and everybody at Posse and T2T. So to put one on the podium here and finish how we did after getting into a little bit of trouble earlier after I talked to you, it feels pretty good.
Absolutely, man. For a minute there, it looked like you was going to take your shot to get up to the front there, man. I tell you, was it the tires? Were they starting to go away on you a little bit, or?
I was trying to be a little conservative, seeing how hard Kyler and Kevin were battling out a little bit. I wanted to be conservative, but at the same time, I wanted to try and get Kevin around Kyler and then hopefully be able to battle with him a little bit. But I did burn up my tires a little bit there, pushing him up. So, I mean, I can't really say I'd do much different.
10 for him, man. Anybody else you want to give a shout out to?
Everybody at T2T, Jeremy, Chris, Jimmy, Andy, Click, all them. Love those guys. They do a lot for me, and I appreciate the hell out of it. And everybody here at Full Throttle, Robbie, and all them. It's fun to show up every Wednesday night, and I've had a couple bad weeks of luck, so it's nice to come back and respond with a podium and show I'm still here.
Absolutely, man. Well, congratulations, man. Go celebrate, and we will see you next week.
Thanks, Tony.
Okay, folks. Well, that will do it. Oh, wait a minute. Did I do something here? Hold on a second. I thought I jumped into another channel. I didn't want to do that. But yeah, well, that'll do it here tonight, folks. And boy, I tell you, man, what a race this was. And let's go ahead and let's bring up the finishing order here. Get that up for you. Boom, there it is. And Kyler McCarthy, your winner. Kevin Click second. David Smith third. William Brown fourth. Nick Cannon fifth. Lucas Neal just had a good race. For first race here, finished just outside the top 5. Then we have Chris Lynn seventh. 8th, Matthew Fitz, Jimmy Barr 9th, Dylan Hastings, he rounds out your top 10. And I'll scroll on down and so you can look and see where your favorite driver ended here tonight. And just about everybody. I mean, we did have maybe a couple of retirements from the looks of it, but for the most part, it was a pretty good race there. And so I hope everybody enjoyed that. And boy, I tell you now, next week, race number 22 coming to Richmond, Virginia, and it's the Menzies Motorsports Old Dominion 200 presented by Daniel Menzies. And so you're not going to want to miss that one. So for all of us here at Race Motorsports TV, we want to wish you a pleasant evening.